Hi guys, it's Rachel here, and I'm just going to do a quick little video, or not so quick, I don't know. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do today, but I watched a video. I can't remember who it was, but maybe if I remember, that's a funny one. I'll go in me remembering things, I'll try to remember. I won't remember. Anyway, you guys remind me. I'll link the lady where I saw it. I can't remember her name. It was the first time I ever watched it. And so, yeah, I never saw this before. And I thought it was a great idea. Different. I'm doing it different. My project's going to be different. But I liked the idea of the base. So she had this big piece of paper. And my goal this year is to cover up. This is too grungy for me. I will never use it. It's too grunge. I could use a tiny bit of that, but that's it. So anyway, she had this big piece of paper and she covered it with book page. Now, these are super old book pages. I would say, judging by the paper, mid-1800s. They could be earlier, but yeah, around mid-1800s, I'd say. So what she did was she covered the page with the papers, and then what did she do? Did she use napkins? Can't remember. Anyway, I can't remember if she used napkins. She may have, in which case I'm doing something similar, or otherwise she did something else. I can't remember. I have to call her she because I don't know her name because, you know, hopeless. So actually, what I'm going to do here is I'll just put this on my I'm using up some of my Daphne's diaries, the ones that I don't want to, I feel like I won't use. Now, I'm just going to glue as quickly as I can without getting air bubbles. Now, one way, I do get air bubbles sometimes because, you know, you do. But I try to do my glue go in both directions. So that way you've got a better chance of covering up any spots that you missed. So I'll just move that over there. Because I'm gluing like whole big pieces of, oh, that's upside down. Not that it matters, but anyway, we'll flip it around. Oh, actually, I'll put it upside down. No, I'm flipping it around. Okay, decisions are the worst, aren't they? Even that sort of thing. Now, the good thing about this sort of, using this sort of paper in the background, I guess, is if you get a little bit of it peeking through, it's already, you know, aged for you, so you don't need to worry about any white bits or anything like that. Just use my card, and then I'm going to grab another page, and I'm basically just going to cover up the whole back of this. And this is just one of those videos where I've just decided I want to try this idea. Probably should put my glue on here first. I just want to try this idea, and so I just turn the camera on, and here I am. And what I am going to make, who knows afterwards, but we'll find out. We'll discover it as the video proceeds. So how is everybody today? I haven't asked you how you're all going. That's always a good question, isn't it? Italy's having a bit of a, I won't go into the details because I don't even understand it all. It's a bit complex, but they're having a bit of a crisis here in the government, which is not a good thing because there's a silly little man. He's pretty much the least popular man, I think, in Italy. Out of all of the people in Italy, he would be the least popular. His party is worth 2%. It's probably now worth 0% because of his actions. But he's pretty much going to possibly cause the government to collapse, which is devastating news. Because this is not the time to be collapsing the government, especially considering, I feel like, that's my personal opinion, but I feel like the Prime Minister has done a very good job. I do feel like it's not an easy thing to manage. And anyway, so this little man, I call him a little man, little pea-brain man, he's even less popular now than he was before, he had, unfortunately, one of the bigger political parties here had put him in the head of their party years ago, and so he got quite a lot of ministers in the parliament, and And so even though he's not in government at the moment, it gives him a bit of power because they're in his part. They followed him into his new party as he betrayed the other party. I don't really understand it all, so don't ask me any details. I just get what Steffi tries to explain to my dingling brain. I do try to follow the news. I mean, I didn't sleep last night. Trying to follow that news was really stressful for me. I could not sleep because I had to try and understand it, and then I had bad dreams. Nothing to do about that, but I just had bad dreams. I must have been, you know, feeling agitated by it all. Anyway, I mean, can you imagine? I mean, the government at the moment is now, they're trying to bring out, you know, they're trying to, you know, get the money together to help businesses, and especially like restaurants and things like that that are, you know, shut at the moment. They're only doing takeaway, and they're struggling, and tour operators and all kinds of things. And they're trying to get all of this stuff done and roll out the vaccine and keep Europe happy and do all this stuff. And this moron thinks it's a great time to collapse the government. Well, you know, irrespective of someone's preferences politically, I think it's not good timing. I mean, do it when the country is doing better and there's not people in need of help. That's what I think. I said to Stefano, he said, "Oh, are you sad?" And I said, "Well, you know, I don't mind the Prime Minister. I mean, of all my years that I've lived here, and I have no political preference, whether it's left or right, I've got no political preference whatsoever. But since I've lived here, I feel like this government, it's not even, I mean, they put it on him, but he probably doesn't even make all the decisions by himself. But yeah, I feel like they've done more. There's been less scandals and things than there have been with other governments since I've lived here, because, you know, they really quite often they're all out for themselves, aren't they? They don't really care about the people. People can go and shove it as long as they can get what they want, get re-voted, say what people want to hear, all that sort of stuff. Anyway, so who knows what's going to happen? We may have no government. Can you imagine? No government. It's happened about 3 or 4 times since I've lived here, but it's never really happened in a time of crisis. And we're in a world crisis at the moment. So anyway, 2021, for various reasons around the world, has not started off well at all. So I think we'll just craft away and forget about it. So here we go. I've got my piece. Now what's next? I've just covered it in that nice old book page. Now I'm going to get up and I need to grab I haven't used these for a very long time. Oh, can I get them? I might have to pause my video. Oh dear, I think I'll have to pause the video just a sec. Okay, I got my box down. I need, oh, sorry, sat on my hot water bottle. Right, nearly fell over. I've got my napkins. I don't know if you can see those. I've got some rice paper. I haven't even used those. Sorry if there's a glare because they're in plastic. They are pretty. I don't think I'll use those today. I want to use some of these napkins, so forget about them. Okay, so that's a possibility. Some of them are already separated from their, you know, from their backings, because they've been, I pretty much have been sent nearly all of these. Thank you, lovely ladies. And a lot of them have already been removed from their backing. So I'm just trying to see what I might like to use. I mean, there's so many. I don't know what's in here. Let's have a look in this bag. I try to keep them in an orderly fashion. Oh, isn't that lovely? It's always a nice one. I'm sure you can guess what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my glue stick. I'm not going to use, I like that one too. I'm sorry, I can't remember who sent me what. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm going to use my glue stick. I'm not going to use wet glue. And I'll just keep that little piece out. and just see what happens. I'm just going to start gluing and just see how they turn out. Oh, I'll put that aside. That's different. That's rice paper, tissue paper. Got a bit of tissue paper. Excuse me while I just rifle through my stuff. Haven't been in here for quite a while. Oh, there's one already. I think I've started tearing in that one. I don't have any water with me. That would have been a good idea. A bit of water would have been good to help me with the tearing process. Put those in there. Put that down on my garbage bin. Okay, so I don't need that one. That one's still got its backing on it. Put that one back in. Oh, I had two of them. And I might not use that one right now. So I'm thinking, where's that? I had another one that I pulled out. What did I do with it? Oh, I put it away. Silly me. Here we go. Now this one doesn't have, this one has its backing still on it. So let's get that off. Let me just see. I'll get up and get some sticky tape. The best way to get them off is with your sticky tape, but I can see that coming up here on the edge. See, look at that. I'm going to get both off in one hit. Okay. So what I wanted to do was just use bits and pieces of the napkin and sort of create a collage. So what I do is I don't put my glue onto my napkin. I put it under more or less where I need it, because I'm using glue stick. You can use your wet glue and brush, but sometimes I don't feel like doing that. I just feel like doing it like this. Grab that. Grab your little bone folder or card, flatten it out, and then just see where you might need a bit more glue. Okay, so kind of just decorating the background of the paper. Super fun. Now, I have done this sort of thing, but on different sort of paper before, different sort of substrate, shall we say, different base. And then many said, oh, that's so pretty, you should scan it. Well, I don't scan it because the reason why I don't scan it is because it's, you know, these are napkins, so they've got copyright. But most of these, I'm not sure about that one, but most of these napkins that I'm using are Michael's. And you're allowed to use them for things that you make and sell. Because I think it was Charlotte, or was it you, Martha? Or Charlotte or Martha. No, I think it was Charlotte Peterson. She asked the company and they said, yes, you can make things with their napkins and sell them. So that's quite often a question as well. Here we go. This is the brand. Michelle, maybe. Michelle Design Works. So, yeah, so you can use their things. Put that up there. Yeah, I think I like that up there. So I'll put some glue down and then I'll put more down. I'm not going to cover up all of the nice old book page. I'll just cover some of it here and there. Yes, I had this terrible dream. I had to wake myself up. I had to get out of bed because it was just like awful. I dreamt that I got kidnapped and tortured. It's all Lulu's fault because she's watching, what's she watching? What's that show you're watching? Criminal Minds. I can't watch it. See, this is what happens. Just the thought of it gives me bad dreams. And I dreamt that I had a sister, not my sister. It was a different sister. Not that I have another sister, but in the dream it was another sister. It wasn't my sister, but she was my sister in the dream, if that makes any sense. And she was little, And there were these kidnappers, and they put her in a suitcase, and she was in a suitcase, but she wasn't dead. I was like, I can't find my sister. I'd been kidnapped, and I was like, I can't find my sister. And there was someone else there. I don't know who that was. And then I was like, oh, there's a suitcase. And I looked in the suitcase, and there was my little sister. And it was just so bizarre. It's a horrible dream. I'll probably give you all nightmares. But she was folded in half in a suitcase, in a plastic bag, but she was alive. It's just the most bizarre dream. I'm sorry. I shouldn't even be telling you. Lulu's giggling. Oh, my goodness. I don't know why those thoughts were coming into my head. I haven't even watched anything scary. So I just thought, I can't cope with this. I'm getting up. I'm not going to dream anymore. I'm up, out of the bed and getting the day going. Thinking of nice things. Oh, see, I love that spotty tissue paper. Very nice. And it's nice and transparent. Whenever I receive something, I've got quite a bit of it. Whenever I receive stuff in it, I keep it because I know that I like it. Put that there. Oh, the clouds are coming in. I'll put a little bit up there. And just make sure you get your little edges glued down. I have a little piece up there, but I'll wait a second. I just want to see. I haven't used any of this purple one. I've got this one. Do I want to use any of that? That's in a ripe old state, isn't it? Put that one up there. Or I could put it like that. No, I don't think I'll use that one. Let's have a look at this one. Now this one looks like it's still got a layer on it. It does. There it is. I can see it. I'm getting it. So there's usually, but not all are the same, but in general, there are about 2 layers, I think. 2. So 1, 2, 3 total. Just trying to see, although kind of needed to tearing it badly. Not that it really matters. It's all going to be cut up. I could put that. Would that look funny like that? Or will I put it there maybe? Or maybe there. There. That's where I like it. So let me grab my glue and I just do a perimeter. I just go around like that and then I fill it all in. Just sort of eyeball it. It will dry, so you don't need to sort of worry if you go beyond. Now I've got a fold in here. What's happening here? I haven't told you very nice things today, have I? You usually come here to hear nice things. Well, you could have a laugh at my dream. It wasn't very nice to have, but it was funny when you think about it. It's very odd. I feel like it was probably just because I was so stressed trying to understand the news last night that I went to bed. I said to my husband, I said to Steffi, I think I've had enough. I think I'm going to go to bed and watch Survivor. That's what I did. I watched Survivor on I had to watch it on streaming because we don't get Survivor here. So I was telling Pam from Pandora's Junk Journals that I'm behind. I think I'm watching season 34 or 35, I think. I might have already seen it because some of the characters seem familiar to me, but I have no recollection of who wins. Don't tell me. If you've watched it, don't tell me. You may not watch it. You might not like Survivor, but I like it. I do like it. It entertains me. So will I put anything in the middle there? No, not that. I might grab a birdie. What about a birdie? I just have so much fun doing these sorts of things. I'd do them every day. You'd all be bored. Bored to tears. Probably bored now. Right. Oh, yes, I think they'll be cute. However, was trying to kind of avoid too many sort of specific things, in the sense that I am going to cut it up. So then I'll have to be careful when I cut it up. If I put them on there, I will have to be careful how I cut it up. So I think I won't put them there. I am faffing about a little bit, aren't I? I don't want the ad. Take that off. Not the ad, you know what I mean, the logo. And I think this colour, let's get rid of that straight edge. Might be nice somewhere. Yeah, I think I'll put that there. I'm getting there, guys. I will get there in the end. So what could you use if you didn't have nice napkins? So I've been lucky. We can't buy very nice napkins here. They're quite awful. But I've been very lucky to be sent them. Thank you, ladies. But if you didn't have nice napkins, you certainly could buy the lovely Stamperia rice papers, and there are other brands of rice papers that are really nice. So you could certainly buy those. And you could, what else could you do? You could print on, I always want to call it tissue paper. You could print on tracing paper or vellum, and you'd get the transparent look. The only thing about napkins, as opposed to, you could print on rice paper. You can buy rice paper on Amazon, and you could print on rice paper. You have to have a printer that will take those papers. The higher end, I think, the more expensive Epsons do print on those things if you attach them to another paper with a, removable glue. So I've been told, but the cheaper ones, like mine's the sort of lower end. I didn't buy an expensive one. I bought one up from the bottom, I think. I haven't dared put any of that stuff in mine, because I've heard that other people have similar model to mine, that it's chewed it up. So yeah, no, I haven't done that. So if you want to risk it, you can try it, but I don't want to. So there we go, that's that one. Now I probably should let it dry. Oh, I might, you know what I might do? I'm going to collage on the back, because these are I'm going to make these into something. So if I were going to make them into pockets, I wouldn't collage on the back, because it doesn't need it. But because I want to, I think I might, let me think. Got lots of things made here. Probably do need more pockets. Well, I'll do another one. This one is going to be for writing, like, tags and that sort of stuff. So just let me see here. I don't need this. I'll put this away. There, where it lives. And let's go to some papers. I'll just find some papers. I've got some printed out papers here. I might as well just use those if I can find my plainer ones. Things are getting in my way. Here we go. No, not that one. I have not been in my sewing room very much, I will say that, because I'm working on some other things. Here we go. So I've got to do some, I had these orders for quite a long time for growth charts, and I needed to clear my head to be able to do them, because it's actually not that easy to switch from one craft to another. And they're quite laborious things to do. They're like, in the sense that they've got a lot of work in them. And so I just needed to have a clear plate to be able to get myself going on them. And so I finally sort of felt like in my brain that I could work on them. And so I've started those. They'll take me a while, because there's a few and they're all hand sewn and everything. But I've made a start, and the poor ladies have been waiting for such a long time, and I feel really bad about it. But it was just not like, I wouldn't have done a good job if I did them before. I needed to be ready to do them. So I don't do them anymore, but these are customers who have already have them for the other 2 kids, and so I felt mean if I didn't do them. So but I won't be doing them anymore after that, because I literally will be using up the last of my bits and pieces that I have that's needed, that's required to make them. So I'm just going to glue that down there. And I think I'll just glue it while I'm... Oh, that glue's nearly run out. Now, did I buy more glue? I've got glue, but I don't want to run out. Because that one, when you do lots of collaging, you do make sure you stock up on your glue sticks. You do need to get the best deal you can. Like my best deal lately has been on Amazon. Buying a pack of 5, I think I was paying less than €2 per Pritt stick. My Giotto glue stick, the one that I bought, this one has not been making me very happy, because look at that, it's really mushy. I don't like that. It's been really driving me bananas. But anyway, I'll have to use it because I don't want to get up. Well, I will get up, but I'll glue this on first. So what I had to do one time, so much glue came off this, what I did was I got my, I'm trying not to press, but you see it's getting stuck and mushing. So I just got this. This spreads it around. It's got a bit of fluff in there. I think it's from my woolly jumper. It's pretty cold. So I went to the supermarket this morning. Talk about change the subject. Two shakes of a leg. And we had to go to the supermarket. I hadn't been for like 8 days or something to the supermarket. And I went out to the car. It was like a freezer. There was a thick layer of ice pretty much on every single window. I had to get my little scraper out. A little plastic scraper that gets all the ice off the window and scrape it, and then and I had the heat blowing on the window. I mean, it only heats very gradually because it's that cold. I had the heat blowing on the window, and it was melting the ice, and it was refreezing straight away. I think it was -2 or something like that. And so anyway, got myself to the supermarket, but I don't think I left. I'm just going to get the glue. I don't think I left for like 15 minutes. Oh no. I'm calling my Giotto the bodgy glue because it's not being very good to me. Maybe if I put it in the fridge. What do you recommend when your glue sticks all mush? Maybe I need to put it in the fridge. Might make it less mushy. So I'm going to grab some more. What colours do I have on this side? I've got green, so maybe I'll use this one. Now I am going to be cutting this up, as I'm sure you guessed. It's going to be cut up and then worked on. This is a job I could do while watching TV. Well, once I finish the growth charts, because once I prepared the bases of those and prepared all the applique and everything, then I can sit and stitch them in front of the TV, which is the good bit. But this is something you could do while watching TV. Rip off all your white edges if you've got them. So I'm going to put that there. Very crooked tearing. I might just put it like that. Let's see. Probably thinking it's just the most weirdest project ever. But what we are doing is we are using things up. That is the goal. Use the stuff up. If it just sits there and you have all these leftover pages from a scrapbooking book, block, I should say, that was a Tim Holtz one, and you're not using them because they're not really what you like, then I say collage over the top of them and you make them into other stuff. Now this glue is going to drive me mad. I better go and check if I bought any more Pritt glue, because I can't have mushy Giotto glue. Even though it's a great glue, this particular one is not so good. I'll have to use the card to spread it. See, I bought this one. I think it's this type. I'm going to see what that other one is like. I'll tell you what the difference. So I think there's different types because the other ones I had that were really good didn't have this on them. They're just that without that. I reckon this is the mushy one because it's happened to me before. And I didn't, on Amazon, they don't show you that you're buying the mushy one. They just show, they don't show you that packet. Not in Italy anyway. And so, now I need to grab, oh, here they are. I thought I had to get up, but I've got these scraps here as well that need to be used. I've hardly gone into these. Put that there. Causing me anxiety using this glue, I must say. I keep going on about the glue, but it is quite annoying. Oh gosh, I mean, look at that. That's what it's doing. It's like a paste. Probably need to get my brush, but I used my brush for something else this morning, so now it's wet. Of course, I've only got one brush. Couldn't have two. Well, I did have two, and then I forgot about it, and then the glue dried on it, so now I've only got one. Goodness knows for how long these bits have been sitting around. They really need to find a home. Trying not to push hard. There's a lot of glue on there. That piece is not going anywhere. Okay. I know it looks weird at the moment, but it'll all turn out in the end. Okay, so put the lid on. And look at that. It's just got glue everywhere. Okay, so now I'm going to get my cutter. Recording, yes. In this case, we need the big cutter, or the bigger one. I've got an even bigger one, but this one. And then maybe we'll, no, we kind of, do we want to see what we're cutting or do we want a surprise? I might cut these into tags. So I'm going to do them, well actually I'm not going to look, we're going to have a surprise. I'm going to cut them the same size. I'm going to cut them the same size as I did my tags. Oops, see the glue's wet. That's what happens when the glue's wet. But you know, I'm doing a video, so you just have to suck it up. I'm going to do them the same size as the, I'll just take that off. Excuse me. We'll just get rid of that mushy bit. And then we'll just cover it up with something else afterwards. You can always fix those sorts of things. I'm going to do them the same size as Anne's, as I did the ones for Anne's project. Okay, that one worked. Okay, now we're going. So I did 12 centimeters, which is 4 3/4, and then I did them 6 centimeters, which is a good size actually for a journal. So 6 centimeters wide. And you get from a scrap booking piece of paper, you get about 12 tags. Now they're feeling a bit sticky. So ideally you do a whole lot of these pages to mass make, and then, see it's stuck, and then by the time you get to cutting the first one, because you've made a whole lot more, they'll be dry. And then you won't have the problems that I'm having. We won't look at them yet. We're going to have a surprise. And then this one, well, these can be 2 long ones. So those are 15 there. And then this one I might switch it up. I'm not going to do 12 tags. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to do 8. No, not 8, 7. Being a rebel and doing a centimetre more. So then I'll get a narrow strip. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So this one, I might cut this one in half. How big is that? 16. So 8. Oh, that worked. There we go. Oh, because I did those 7. Okay. So now we get to have a look. But they're not finished yet. Of course they're not finished yet. It's never finished. Oh, that is fab. I love those. Look at those. I love them. So I guess we're, you know, back on the week 1 that I did, we're using up the nice old book pages and being able to see them. This is another way to do it. Look at that. Oh, I'm so happy with these. Wasn't expecting them to be so pretty. Oh my word. Really nice. They don't even, some of them don't even need anything. Oh my goodness, I'm going to be doing more of these. Just a minute. Now, some can have something else. Some don't really need much because they're so pretty as they are. Oh my goodness, that's really exciting. And I love it when you do that mass collaging and you flip it over and you can't see what you're getting and you get the surprise. I love that. I love that element of surprise. So now I did print out more Tracy Fox labels because I love her labels with the botanicals. However, do you think I thought to bring them in here? No, I did not. I'm going to put that one there. I did not think to bring them in here. So, excuse me, I just dropped that on the thing. I did not think to bring them in here. So, if I'm desperate, I'll pause the video and go and get them. I don't even know where I put them, but I think they're in the TV room somewhere where the printer is. Right. I'm getting through my list again today. Oh, and I mean, that to me is, that's it. It's done. So what am I going to do about this glue? It's really doing my head in. Do I have another? I've got a hard one. Just a minute. It's hard. Oh gosh. Oh, I nearly fell over. I nearly did a face plant on the table. That would have been funny. I might have had to leave it in. I'm just going to use this stiff brush and glue with the brush. I don't want to put anything else in there. I could add a butterfly, but I don't think I will. I'm going to cut my tag shape because I want to have a tag shape. See, I'm going to do another one. It's going to be journal cards, and then I'll do another one that will be pockets. Like that. It's a good way to use up napkins as well, isn't that? I mean, I don't think that one might enjoy a butterfly. Let's just have a look. Could enjoy something else there. See, that's pretty. I do like it by itself though as well. Let me just see. I don't think I've got any cut out butterflies. We wouldn't be so lucky, would we, to have butterflies already cut out? That would be just really pushing it. So if you can find a spotted tissue paper like that, or any tissue paper really that has a nice pattern on it that's quite transparent, that is even more. Well, no, the napkins are lovely, but look how, I mean, it's so see-through. You can really see your book pages under there. Now, I used old book pages because I have a lot of those. I know in some places it's not so readily available, and if they are, they're like gold. But, you know, like you can get sort of 1900s books that have a nice sort of colour or texture or whatever to their page, which is nicer than the newer books. So if you can find those, then you could do that. Maybe I could do one even if you wanted to use... you could use music paper. Certainly music paper will be lovely as well. I just didn't have any on, you know, near me right now. Oh, I'm going to add the butterfly, I think. I'll add the butterfly there. Now, let's just, I'm going to have to use the brush. I'm just going to get the mushy glue off with the blush. I don't even know if I got any on there. Oh, it's a nightmare. I just won't press hard. I just do it, go very light. Okay. I'm going to put that there. I think I'll put it that way. And then I'm going to put just a little label, just a little teeny tiny one. This one. I think I might like brown because these are so colourful. I think I like the brown labels on these ones. I think the brown is really nice. So just going to snip those. Silly me printed them. I did print them on regular copy paper, but it's not the end of the world because you are just gluing them onto another piece of paper. So it's not like they have to stand alone and be strong. They can be on regular copy paper. Right. Oh, yeah, so we're talking about other alternatives. If you didn't have like really nice book pages, they weren't particularly interesting, that you didn't want to use when inspired to use them, you could use music paper, obviously would be very nice. And also I was thinking, and I might give it a go because I've got lots of those printed out. I've got quite a lot of antique letters I've been collecting over the years. Oh, I'm in love with these tags. And I've been collecting them over quite a few years. So you could use those in your background, like printed out ones. I wonder how that would turn out. That's my thought. Now, I really love this one. I don't know. I think I'm just going to put a little, just a botanical label on that one. I'm not going to do anything else. Well, it's not really a botanical label, but it kind of gives you the idea like it's a science, like they were calculating something about the flowers, counting the petals or doing something like that. I don't know. You know, I'm just being silly. I'd probably count the petals. That's probably about as scientific as I would get. Okay. Down here in this little space here, I think. I want to cover the book page. I'm going to put it up a little bit. And I'm going to do my tag shape. Oh, I think these are yummy. So I will try, because I'm going to actually post this video tomorrow. I'm trying to keep, as I've mentioned it a few times, I'm going to try and keep ahead a little bit with my videos. Not too far, like, so you're not getting really old information in the video. Just, you know, because as I've said before, I do have those days where I just don't get to turn the camera on. I don't quite like that. I think I'm going to do that. The thing is, you can make more. You can always make more. Right. Put that there. Yes, so I'm trying to just keep ahead a little bit. Just otherwise you get a day where you don't get one. You don't get any videos because something's, you know, I've just been busy. Like, you know, today I had an unexpected call from my sister, which was really great. I love talking to my sister. It's just then, you know, then we talk for a while because we don't speak every day. We sort of speak once every few weeks. Sometimes we speak every week. She's pretty busy and I get busy. But we do chat for a while. Same with mum. I ring my mum every few days. I have to ring my mum every few days. That's just how it is. Yep, that's going to go there. Okay. Yeah, so if I get phone calls, some days I just get phone calls. Like sometimes my older brother calls and then my mum calls and then I talk to my sister or my dad or my friend might call or something like that. And then you don't get much done on those days. Now this one's a bit plainer, so let's see what we can find to go. My hands are cold. It's that time of the afternoon where it's cold. Now this one, could have her. Do I have one in a different colour that I might prefer? That's the question. It's audition time, if I have them, because I've been using them. And I prefer her on that one. No. This one. Oh, I like that. That might go on there. Yeah, I've been using them, so I don't know what I've got left. Don't know. Got this. That's from a book. No, I think I'll put her there. And I'm keeping the top and the bottom because I like those. So this is going to be fun with the glue causing me havoc. Try not to press too hard. Still lots comes off, but anyway, I think I'll try and stick it in the fridge. Give that a go, see what happens. What have I got going on? Oh, See, that might be right there. Let's just have a look. Okay. Yes, I think I'll put that there. Yeah, happy with that. This one I'm going to put on here. I do like that. I know I'm covering it up, but I do like it. Let me just double check. That or something like that. No, that one. Or you could just have some sort of label. I am covering up the book page, but you can see it peeking out from behind. Or I could just have it like that. No, I'll just go with my first choice. I made you sit through all of that. And I'll go back to my first choice. You're not my friend, glue today. You are not my friend. That's all I can say about you. I'll put it up a bit higher so I can see the paper. And as I've mentioned before, I don't really worry too much whether they're from the same time period or not. I just put down whatever I think is pleasing to me. Not that one. I don't know what to put on these ones. It's chilly. It's chillsome. It's really chilly. Let's have a look what's in here. I should share. Do I have any of those left? Those would work well on there. Asking you like you should know whether I've got them left or not. They're a bit bright, I think, for this one. That's got stripes and I won't use that one. Oh, here's some more. You see, I did have some more. Unfinished project there. Lots of random bits in here that need to be put away, but because I've been making a few things here and there, although I haven't been in here for a few days, I was just keeping them in here because I might need them, and then when I'm done I'll put them away. Little butterfly there. I'm finding some stuff now, you see. Those are incomplete tags. They should really go in that other box over there, I think. Lots of good stuff in here. Oh, I think those are stamps. Okay. Let's see what's in here. Yes, stamps. Someone, who gave me those? Marguerite, I think. Someone did. Okay. Right. So I was thinking I quite like that one, but I might like this one more. No. These I could tear them down a bit. So we can have botanical Renaissance people. I could go on there. Okay, well, I think I like the botanicals on these. So I'll trim down this one. Put it there so I didn't cover up the spot. So you'll probably see quite a few. Oh, I forgot to flip it over. I'll just eyeball it. You'll probably see a few projects using up those papers, the scrapbooking papers. That one's quite pretty on its own. I did have a bird somewhere, didn't I? But I'd have to chop off his tail. He's quite nice on there. Maybe I'll keep it for a bigger project. Have a little butterfly. Oh, I like the butterfly. I'm going to put the butterfly there. Or will I put that there and the butterfly somewhere else? No, I think I like the butterfly on here. Oh my word. I don't think I'd last 5 seconds on Survivor because I'm a very emotional person and I can't hide my feelings. So I'd be eliminated straight away and I'd probably have an anxiety attack with all the scheming and the double crossing that goes on. Yep. Oh my goodness. Of course, I've got glue all over my fingers, so I'm sticking to everything. Oh, that's the one where I made a mess. So I could just put a little something there. Let's see if I've got anything that'll be all right. No, I don't like that. Things are attaching to me. Put that there. Right. Okay, so we've got this one. I was going to just put a label on that one, I think. Yep, right smack bang. No, I was going to say right smack bang in the middle, but it won't be. It'll be just above the middle because I prefer that rather than putting something in the middle. Just off center. Okay, so that's going to go there. So much fun making these, and look how many you get made. Heaps. We'll count them afterwards. And they are complete except for putting a tab on them if you want to. I don't even think they need to be stitched around because they're all glued. That one can go on there. Oh my goodness, my hands are so sticky. That glue is just everywhere. Everywhere. And one more. I'm determined to finish them. I had this. I thought this could be nice. No, I don't want to cover it all up. Just a label. It's just pretty the way it is. It doesn't need any more than that. So you can do a whole mix of styles on there. Don't have to just have butterflies and birds and flowers. You can put Renaissance ladies or just a label if you're just liking the aesthetic of it as it is. Like there's a gap there. You can just stick a label on it. You won't be doing that, will you, Sherry? Because you're not a label fan. But for those of us who like labels, and if you're the lovely Wendy might even put 2. She's very good at putting 2 on. I tried that once, but I didn't feel like I have to watch Wendy's video again where she puts 2 on. When you put 2 on so I can see again. You did that in some videos. I can't remember which. And I thought, gosh, that looks cool. But I tried it and I didn't do a good job of it. I could have had a flower. But anyway, that's it. We're done. So we've got 1, 2, love that, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. We've got 11 tags. How cool is that? From one sheet of paper. So I love that. That's a great mass make, huh? And they're all completed. So there we go. So I really enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that as well. And I will see you soon. I think I'm going to stick my glue in the fridge. It's all over my hands. It's not pleasurable at all. Okay, so I will... Oh, just looking at that. That's quite pretty. I will see you again soon. And I hope you give it a go. And have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye.